Hey guys, my name is Yvette and welcome to my DIY channel, and I hope that you guys are having a great day. So for today's video, I'm going to share with you guys some foam air dry clay projects that I made. So let's get started. Okay guys, so to make my projects, I'm going to be trying out Bohs foam clay, and it is a foam clay, but it's also an air dry clay, and I've been wanting to try this out forever. For my first project, I'm going to make a pizza tic-tac-toe board game. And then whenever I see people use this clay, they always mix their paint into it, and so that's what I'm going to be doing too. I grabbed a chunk of clay and then I added in some basic brown paint with a little bit of a taupe colored paint, and then I started mixing the paint into the clay, and this is for my pizza crust. This is the color that I ended up with, and then I started to shape my pizza. Here I added in a little bit of water to help blend out my little pizza crust a bit more. I grabbed a little more clay, and then right here I'm adding in some red paint to make the pizza sauce. And to make the clay colors really pop, you do have to be generous with the amount of paint you put into the clay. I'm making little coils, and then I'm adding the pizza sauce in between where the crust and the cheese would meet, and I'm not going to place it in the middle part because no one's going to see that part. And this clay was so easy to blend out with my finger. Next, we're going to make the cheese for our pizza, and so I added in this mocha colored paint with some yellow paint, and I'm not sure why I decided to add in that mocha color, but it did give me like a light milky yellow cheesy color that I wanted. Now that I have my cheese done, I'm going to roll out 4 coils of clay and put those aside, and I'm going to use those to make my tic-tac-toe outline. And if you see me placing them up against the pizza, I'm just making sure that I made them long enough. Anyways, now I'm going to add my cheese onto my pizza. And now I'm adding my little coils onto the pizza to make the tic-tac-toe outline. So now that we have the main piece done, for the game pieces, I'm going to make some pepperonis. Here, I'm making sure that I didn't make the pepperoni too big, and so I'm going to make the rest of them around that same size. You at least want to make 5 pepperonis for your game pieces. And then for the opponent's side, I decided to go with some mushrooms. But yeah guys, you could totally have so much fun with this. You could do like pineapples or ham or spinach or olives, or you know, whatever your favorite pizza toppings are for this. Now that I have all my pieces done, I'm gonna let this dry, and this dried for me in like about a day-ish. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're done, and you could seal this if you wanted to, but I just left it as is. Okay guys, so for our second project, we're going to make a faux variegated string of pearls. Grab some of your clay and then mix in your green paint. And the clay was still a little too light for my liking, so I decided to add in a dark green to get the shade that I wanted. And then I grabbed a little bit of less clay this time for the variegated part of the string of pearls, and I mixed in a little bit of this vanilla paint color just to give it like a tiny bit of like a light yellow hue. So now that I have my clay ready, I'm going to start making the little balls. Some of the little pearls are going to be fully green, and then some of them I'm going to add in a little bit of the white clay into the green, and then some of the pearls are going to be fully white. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this part. Just keep making as many pearls as you want, and then make sure that they don't touch each other because this clay will stick to itself pretty easily. So these are all the pearls I made, and then I let these dry for about a day.
Later.
Okay, so now that my pearls are dry, I'm going to start making my plant. I'm going to use this small planter that I got from Dollar Tree for this project, and I'm adding in some old paper as filler. Here, I'm mixing some brown paint into my clay to make the dirt for my plant. Going back to my little planter, I'm adding in some more old paper to make the filler just a little bit more fuller. And then I'm going to add in my dirt on top to cover all of that up. Next, I'm taking some floral wire and I'm going to cut out a piece the length that I want. And then I bent that little piece on the top because I'm going to stick that part into the planter. But yeah, now I'm just going to hot glue my little pearls onto the wire. And I'm going to spread mine out a little bit, but you could totally spread it out more if you wanted to, or you could have the pearls like super close to each other. Here, I'm just trimming off the extra wire sticking out. Okay, so I have my first piece done and I'm going to stick it into the clay, and since that clay is super fresh, this is definitely going to stick in there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this part. You just keep repeating the same step over and over again until you get like the look that you're going for. And you could make your string of pearls like super long, or you could keep them on the shorter side like I did. As you see me sticking some of the single pearls onto the clay, I did add a little bit of hot glue to each of them so that they could stick on there better. And then yeah, that's pretty much it for this. And then you could totally move the wire and shape your pearls to look however you want them to look like. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I actually really enjoyed using Bohs foam clay. I found it super easy to work with, and I really love the fact that I didn't have to paint my projects afterwards. Although I will say that I did use up more paint this way, but you know, that's okay with me. And so if you've been thinking about trying this clay out, I think that you totally should. Although I will say that it doesn't feel like any other air dry clay I've ever used. I don't know, it's just something that you like kind of have to like touch with your own hands, I guess. Anyways, subscribe for more DIYs and stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!